My name is Sulaiman, and I'm the founder of Supern Opportunity. So it's an IT-based company that is located in Sierra Leone that is into software development, branding, and animation. And we also support startup entrepreneurs and organizations in Sierra Leone.
Diversified game. Learn how to start, run, and sustain your business.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, rarely do I have a guest on more than once, just because a lot of times people are just busy doing their thing. Also, they've told their story, but this guest is so multi-talented, and if you see his past interviews, I'm just gonna say chief because I know he'll be a titled man. They'll probably give him a government position somewhere or make him some type of great ambassador when he goes around the world. He's a genius. That's not up for debate. He's a genius no matter how much money is in his pocket today, yesterday, or the next day. A genius is a genius, just like Elon Musk. And this genius is gone from, cars and doing things that you can't even do with all the resources and money in your garage to creating an IT company and helping businesses in Ceylon. That's Sierra Leone for those who don't know, even though I wear this Rwanda jersey for those who watch right now. My bro, let the people know again. I know you said it in the intro, what your latest venture is and what you're doing for the country of Sierra Leone, our beautiful Sierra Leone.
Currently, my latest venture is known as Supern Opportunity, which is an IT-based company in Sierra Leone that offers branding, software development, and animation. And we have also extended our reach to support entrepreneurs and organizations across the country.
Okay. And talk, the links are in the description no matter where you guys are experiencing this. But let's talk about Sierra Leone business. I want to start somewhere because I've talked, being a newer citizen for the last 3.5 years or so, I've hired some people in Sierra Leone. I've had other people hire or try to hire people in Sierra Leone who are from there, born there, but now they might live in Europe or America, Australia. There are some issues that we have had hiring. One is consistency sometimes. Two, being able to be reliable. And the third thing, which is sometimes the beginning, is price point. A lot of people think if you hire someone in Sierra Leone that you're going to get it at a better price than you get in America. Personally, I have paid more than I paid in America to my own desire because of who I wanted to hire. It was a personal choice. Can you talk about that to demystify? Because some people think, oh, they're trying to chop my money. They're trying to steal from me. And sometimes, some people might be trying to take advantage of the situation. But sometimes the price is just the price because of the expertise. And you're not going to get a discount if somebody is a genius. So can you talk about your company and the price point for those who want to hire web developers in Sierra Leone, social media experts in Sierra Leone, graphics, marketers, advertisers? Give us what you're able to do and some of those price points so they know how much money they need and why they trust you over everybody else.
Like for the marketing aspect of Sierra Leone, the reason why the price gap is quite huge is because most of these individuals that are saying that they do software development, we are just the middle individual, and the companies of itself that is developing these systems, they lack the capacity of marketing. So that's why we founded this Sulcon to try to reach out to the individuals which really need this stuff, because as a software developer, which I need the marketing skills to. So there is this price gap in the country as you're saying, but the issue is not about the price, it's about how we offer the service to you. Because as at Sulcon, we usually look at what we offer, not like the cost of the product. Because if you try to see to try if you try to say you are looking at the cost of this product, it will affect the entire market. And most of the stuff that you are doing, they usually take time, especially for animations. Some of this high quality animation that we are doing, it will take maybe like 1 month to the extent, depending on the quality you want. So we charge based on the hour. So it depends on the individual if he is looking for a higher quality or a lower quality. But for our company, we only target the higher qualities. That's why we don't just take any kind of work just because the individual said he's having this budget. Although we have created a position for that one. That's why we started this the entrepreneurship supporting programs, wherein if you don't have the funding, as long as you're a startup, we'll try to see how we can try to assist you and boost up your ideas. And we have also been working with many startups, which one is Dream Moon, and which they are supporting the startup entrepreneurs. We have helped them expand their companies to 3 different countries right now. They're in Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. Even recently, they made a program at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in which they invited people from different countries. We also supported the Dream Moon, the Sisters in Angom Circle, in which they were supporting female girls, many popular individuals here, there, like the mayor and plenty others.
Okay. Well, tell us with the marketing, because that's the biggest piece and the most important thing to some people who are trying to make money online. Can you give a range of services for what a full-time marketer, online advertiser in Sierra Leone could cost? We won't hold you to it because we know every marketing plan can be different, but some people think that if they have $500, that should be able to afford somebody. Or if they need editors, if they have $500, I personally paid $200 on it. This was a deal that I did not like, but again, nobody duped me. I knew what I was doing. I paid $200 for a 4-minute edit because of the currency change. The currency change on Google did not keep up with what happened with the new currency in Salon. So I had to pay more, but it wasn't even good editing. So I want you just to kind of put out some prices for that, because if you say prices, I can share this with people who want to hire in Sierra Leone, but they have no one to trust. Those are their words, not mine.
Okay, for the pricing, because like for developing a website, depending on the website, it starts from like a $300, which is website, highly advanced websites. 300 to it will range to 300 to 5,000 depending on the kind of website. Because for right now we are working on the crowdfunding platform, and we have spent up to like $5,000, and yet the application is still not ready yet. So, but for the pricing, I do although sometimes the Sierra Leoneans do add because they are just the middlemen. But I believe the exchange rate, because if you are trying to transfer money in Sierra Leone, if the cost is $500, you won't be expecting to pay the exactly $500 because of the additional charges. So putting an account to all of that, I think the exchange rate is the main issue, and the currency is not stable. So the $100, I will charge you $100. Maybe in 1 month, the price will have changed.
Okay. So, but that's a very reasonable rate. And to think about this, going back to my story, you're charging $300 to start for a website. And you have a beautiful website, by the way. You guys linked in the description. You go check out his website while you experiencing this podcast. But that's a lot of work for $300. And I think that's a fair rate to start versus doing a 4-minute edit that they change 2 things for $200. So you see, this is why we need you, because there's some people in Sierra Leone and there's some people in South Africa I just dealt with recently who messed up an order, don't want to make it right. So they'll never have our business again. You being the genius that you are, and I want you to hold on to that. I want you to hold on to that so tight, because you are. What is it to like edit, whether it's YouTube content or if it's movies, what range can you give for that? Because there's a lot of people who need editors online and they're looking for editors right now. I just hired a new editor myself from South Africa, 17-year-old kid. Great guy, Muna is. But give us the game.
Okay, for the editing, if we are looking at flyer, we charge like that one like $10 for flyers, depending on the type of flyers. And for the editing, it depends on the type of editing because we have animation, and the animation costs more. And these videos, like this simple video, we collect sometimes like $150, $100, depending on the complexity of the animation.
Okay, $10. I'm giving you this story because I'm the person that I'm talking about will know I'm talking about him, but I won't say his name because again, he didn't do anything wrong. It was my mistake with the currency. But I actually sent him $10 for an edit. He said, "What did you want to pay, my bro?" I said, "The currency rate." Says, I'll give you $10 for this okay edit. He said, "I don't even pick up money like that." I said, "Shut my side." Okay, I'll give you exactly what we had agreed to. So I'd love to see, and you can send this to me when it's ready, to say, look, for a month worth of edits, this is how much we charge if your video, let's say, is 8 minutes or less. This is what we charge for a 30-minute movie or documentary or something like that. And these are the ranges. You don't have to stay in those because we always know there's more to do. But I want to have a package from you that I can share to clients and friends of mine and even myself when we have new projects, because I think your prices are very reasonable. And I have not heard many people in Salone get these prices. One of my, Joe from Authentic Africa, I love Joe, does great. He says, "Kellen, sometimes people want to charge me more than I'll get charged in America. And I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm from here. I just live in America right now sometimes." And so these are the people, and Joe wouldn't mind me shouting him out. These are the people that I want to share it to because I think Joe's channel is going to be one of the biggest channels in Sierra Leone. And he's a great guy. He's a smart guy too. So with what you're doing, and some of your prices you say are in the thousands of dollars because you're using animation. How are you finding your talent and how are you working with your team? Because that's the real genius too in this, that you're working with a group of people. Oh, I'm saying, how are you finding your talent? Are you going to the university? Are you going to network?
Okay, for right now, I'm attending a university which is at Lincoln Point, and in which I'm studying software engineering. But most of these works that because at first I was working alone, but for now I'm working with an entire team and organization. So we are having the animation, which is a separate individual head of animation. I am just the software developers, although I have some concept about animation because I'm studying software engineering and multimedia. So the work is diverse. I do my own field, the rest do their own. But for the pricing, like in Sierra Leone, they're having that concept. If the individual is from another country, like overseas, they are supposed to pay more because of the living standard.
So are you saying if they're overseas, it costs more, which that makes sense. Do you think that people who are coming from overseas, typically are paying more because maybe people in Sierra Leone think, oh, they can afford more? Are there two different prices? That becomes a problem with a lot of people who want to buy in Sierra Leone. They say, I'm getting charged just because.
Okay. That one is for sure, because if you are over there, you have used to people telling you that a website is like $10, $100, or $300. So if you come to Sierra Leone, so they will say, oh, this person does not have any idea about Sierra Leone exchange rates. So if they are charging $300, let's just tell the individual we are charging $200. Although actually they will be charging $100, but if you say $200, the individual just say, oh, that one is affordable. That's why for our organization, we usually have this structure like a pricing list. It doesn't matter if you are from overseas or Sierra Leone or whatever country. When you come to Sierra Leone, it's the same rates.
And that's what's going to make you a very rich man, because that's business ethics. And I want, when you, whatever a lot of money is to you, or when they say, oh, you make too much money, this is why. This is the difference. Everybody who does business like this, you make it easy for the person to do more business with you. And when they do more business with you, guess what? They tell their friends, and then you build out your teams, and the dream happens. Now, with your company, and you're still a young man, I won't call you a small P king, but I'm an old pa right now. I'm about to have a birthday Friday. 44 has never looked better. Can you talk about a community give back? Again, I'm always going back to that. How has your community give back changed? What are you doing, or what would you like to do in the future?
For now, the community have been showing support greatly, because if I can remember from my starting stage, which was during the innovation of the vehicle and the sand farming system. So I think most of them give feedback which have changed the way our organization have been operating. Because during the interview that we have for the innovation of that car, many people were giving feedback saying, oh, is that vehicle automotive? Is that vehicle using fuel? Is that vehicle using water? How are you going to gain money with the country that you're staying? What is the probability of you creating an entire car company? So we try to weigh things up and say, okay, now since the feedback that they are giving focuses more on the software engineering aspect and branding, why won't we just start up our own company, which is trying to solve these problems on this branding animation stuff? So we started seeing that there is some amount of money in there compared to the vehicle. So okay, now let's do this. So the money that we are having, we try to use that one and support entrepreneurs and stuff.
Well, since you brought up your car, I knew it was going to come up. Let people know the progress of the car. Were you able to make a fleet of these cars? Did someone buy you out for a patent? What happened with
the car? We were having issue with automations, because most of them were asking, is this your vehicle automated? Does this vehicle have its own system? Because if you're developing a car for like this era right now, most of people are going into this electrical engineering and electric vehicles. So if we have our own, what is the probability of you having income after selling these cars? So they were having those discussions. Then we come to we derive at an idea. Why won't we just make this system, this car, like a subscription system? But the major problem that we are having is that we did not have that kind of idea of creating those software engineering, those software devices that can do those payment systems. That was what led to the discovery of this Supern Opportunity, which we are recently working on.
So if you had, let's say, I don't want to say money stops us, but there's money just to create it at a mass production rate, and then there's money for patents and everything else. If you wanted to take that car idea and sell it to the masses, do you know how much money you would need? How many millions of dollars would you need?
When we started calculating, because we did a heavy research, we noticed that building a car company is quite expensive, which can lead to millions of dollars, like 4, 5, even to the extent of 10 million. So for us to derive that money, we see that in a country like Sierra Leone, it will be very difficult for us to derive that money. So we try doing heavy research. We say, okay, since starting that car business is very expensive, why won't we just search for something which is less cheaper to start? And from then we will use that money to start up our own car business. So we decided to venture into this branding stuff. And currently we are working on a system which is a crowdfunding platform where entrepreneurs will create projects and they will ask for funds. So from that fund, we have our own percentage, which will help to boost the organization and the company at large.
So 5 million, 10 million, possibly even more. can change the game on the crowdfunding to, let's say you have the money today, you have 5 million, 10 million. I think you'll even need more for the masses, because I think the way that we as Black folks put stuff together, folks say, wow, this thing works. And we make it a little extra. We put a little tweak on something, right? How quick, if somebody did want a car from you right now, how quick could it be built, and what would it cost? If somebody in Sierra Leone says, you know what, I want one of those, I want to support, is it even possible with everything else that you have going on? And how much would they have to pay you, and how quickly could they get it?
For that vehicle, for the innovation of that vehicle, it took like just 1 month, and we'll be able to do it less than 1 month. It's just that at that time we were having to have this equipment was very difficult. But I believe with the right funding and the connection, we can just do one within 1 week. And that one cost us less than $200 to make.
Wow. And you said, how much would it? What would the cost be again? Like for somebody, and don't undercut yourself in case somebody hears this and they say, hey, I want that. I'll get the parts. Don't worry. Give me a list. How much would it cost for you to make it for them?
The actual price we used to make that one, because it was not new parts, it was just like spare parts. We used like $200. So maybe like the new one will cost the range of 1,000, like 3,000, 4,000.
Okay, so the price of a KK, or a motorbike, depending on where you buy it and which one you buy. So it's not too much. I have to introduce you to somebody who in South Africa is doing his own car as well. And I introduced him to a guy we had on this show who actually built in Kenya. He's a Mzungu. He built a electric bike and bus company. My question to you, though, in saying all that is, would you go work for another company, whether they're a startup or whether Mercedes calls you today? Or is it very important for you to stay in Sierra Leone and build it in Sierra Leone to stop the brain drain? Which do you prefer?
For now, because I'm having that entrepreneurship mindset. Although if I decide to go there, it's just like to have more experience and be diverse. For now, I'm having that entrepreneurship mindset, and I'm trying to help startup in Sierra Leone right now. So I think it will be much better for me to focus on the software engineer and try to embed these ideas.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And I just say that in case there's ever besides the crowdfunding and letting people know about you, it's about, if you did want other opportunities, because I think it is important. I'd rather be Dakota having all the cement in Nigeria than be Elon Musk in America. I'd rather be where I'm most comfortable and where I think I can have the most impact. The reason why we run our business the way they do. When you're still studying, you're still doing business. What's the 5-year goal for you, and how many degrees are you going to get until you say stop? Are you going to go for the doctorate as well?
Yes, for the software engineer, I will definitely proceed for me to have doctorate, because I'm having some of this vision to build an advanced system. So in Sierra Leone here, although they are having individuals which can do this system, but when you contact them, it's money, money, money. Even if they know that the idea is nice, you have to pay money. All 24 hours, they will say they abuse it. And most of them, they're having a lot of responsibility. So that's what led me to study the software engineering by myself, so that I'll be able to try to integrate these ideas. Although right now I'm not the only one in the company, because we're having some lecturers in other universities which are part of our organization, and some individuals which are dropped out, but they have the skills of making stuff. So right now we are trying to expand their ideas on some of these ideas.
Now in Sierra Leone, just like America, money, 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 we need it. I always say, as soon as Africa gets the fast internet, the game is over. We're going to see everybody running to Africa. And we already see people in Africa, white, black, from all over the world. Everybody, they ask me all the time, why are you in Africa? Why? My wife even asked me in my Peking, they say, Daddy, it's been 15 days. When are you coming back? I said, I'm on my way. Don't worry. But I'm here because this is the now, this is the future. No matter what it looks like to the outside world, it's not just Afrobeat, it's the technology, it's the young entrepreneurs. Are you seeing, and have you been offered a lot of money or resources from the venture vultures? I mean, the venture capitalists, the angel investors. Have you seen that being an inventor?
For the support, we have been receiving the support from many individuals like political leaders, which they have, and especially business entrepreneurs. They are giving us ideas on how we can structure our business, what are the targets, and which, like, if there are competitions going on, you say, okay, now apply for these competitions, especially the sand farming system, which we started with, because I came from a community of farming, so we developed the system to collect soil water from the soil and also supply some of this. During the dry season, the machine will supply some of this soil water with improved quality. So we have been using that system to apply for some competitions, which we have been having money from, and also try to implement this idea. But there is this concept of self-knowledge. Because if you are dealing with a community wherein the individuals don't have this idea of self-knowledge, the ideas you as the entrepreneur, your business will lack, because there is no structure in place. So that's why we are trying to focus more on the engineering aspect, the software engineering aspect.
Muted. Hit the, yeah, thank you.
Okay. So that's why we are trying to advance.
Can't hear you yet, my bro. Zoom muted. Let's see.
Are you
Try it
hearing me?
again. Not yet. Try it again.
Zoom has been doing.
And forgive me, audience. Okay, there you go. Keep going, my bro. Keep going. That was a Zoom. Zoom has been doing this. You didn't push the button. I didn't push the button. Something's going on.
Okay. So, like, you're hearing me, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so the idea of this farming system, which was sent, was to try to prevent the soil erosion and drainage system. So we developed this system to help these farmers, but the problem with this sand farming system was everything is manual. So most of these farmers don't have that experience of operating this stuff. So we are the only one who was operating this, which helped us to slow down, in which we decided to, okay, now these individuals, let only them use these innovations for now. After we try to automate this system, we will try to expand it more. But although right now it's manual, but we have been using it to apply for competitions, which we have been gaining funding from, and try to invest it more on the software aspect of the system.
Okay. So the support is there. What else can we as a community do to help support, especially the new Sierra Leone citizens that come in like 40 plus at a time, twice a year? The government has us fill out a form about investment. Everybody I've talked to has wanted to invest in Sierra Leone. Nobody has been called back. Nobody has been told of any great investment that can, make a return on an investment in the next 5 or 10 years. Do you have, with your crowdfunding, is there a way where it just doesn't crowdfund the money for you, but those investors can also make their money back and then also help their businesses by using your service?
Yes, for the crowdfunding, it is designed specifically for investors, because most of this that's why we're having an entire monetary system. Because if we just leave the system like that, every individual just creates, okay, let me create the crowdfunding platform. Okay, the crowdfunding platform is the development of this crowdfunding platform is purposely for for the investors, because we are having this entire monetary system wherein if you create a crowdfunding project, we have to inquire about the entire structure of the team, and we even go to the extent to visit the area, because we need evidence that this thing is working before we try to implement it in the system. So although later on we are trying to expand it in other countries, but for the meantime we mainly focusing on Sierra Leone, because that's where we can reach for now. But in the later on, if we have any form of connections from other countries, maybe like Ghana, Nigeria, if we're having connections there, we just say, okay, now let's work together. So if individual apply, we'll send you to the location and you confirm if the location is okay, if the idea is good, before we try to support their initiative in the system. And it will also be a monthly monitoring system for it to be effective.
Hello everyone! Join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney go take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page na new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music and wildlife with our explorers. This book na true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through your library and bookstores via Ingram's Park. Don't miss this adventure.
Okay, can you give us an example with the crowdfunding? And I don't think it's available yet. Let's say somebody says, hey, I want to put $5,000 into the crowdfunding. Do I get to pick the project, or do you pick the project? And either way, whoever picks the project that money goes to, how do they track that money? And what is a realistic time frame that they could get a return on an investment and possibly, dividends back?
Okay, for the crowdfunding, we are having a system called dashboard, in which there will be a track of everything working in the organization, because although like the individual will be working in the company, but we're having a track record of cross-checking what is going on. That's why we said we need you will only operate in a country, like you're only able to create a crowdfunding platform if we are operating in that country, so that we're able to go through the entire record. And if for the investment, the individual will be able to select, like if there will be multiple options. If you want to invest in tech, you will go there and say, okay, this one is this innovation. Their innovation is trying to solve this electrical problem, which is renewable energy. You say, okay, the idea is good. Let me invest in this. Or maybe you say you want to invest in agriculture. You go there and select, say, okay, this idea is good. Let me invest in it. And the individual will also have the connections to connect with the individual, talk with them, ask for any kind of information that he needs to convince him that the idea is legal, and we'll also be communicating with both of them.
Okay. That is great. And that is, there's venture capital platforms like that here in America, for sure. I'm part of some, but realistic. And I'm saying this more so for those in the diaspora. I think sometimes we think that we're going to give 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, and that investment is going to turn into money where you never have to work again. Are these deals going to be structured in a way where they let you know what the end goal is? So after you hit this peak, you're done. There are some businesses in life you can buy into, but with the crowdfunding, typically you're not buying in as an owner, you're buying in as an investor who you get your money back and then you're done. Is there any ownership of any of these deals that you plan on having?
Okay, like for the investment for individual to invest, they have to select their own options, because we are having different type of options depending on the person who is creating the platform. Because if you are creative, you are looking for to sell shares, it will right there, okay, this individual is selling share for this amount. And there are also a ratings there wherein we do a research about that business in the country. Let me just say, if you want to start up a phone, let me just say, car factory in Sierra Leone, we'll do heavy research on the country. How will they perceive? What are the comments and what are the feedback from that particular innovation? They'll wait to say, okay, this thing that you are trying to invest in have a 100% probability of being successful in the country, 50%, 70, depending on the research that we have done.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. When is this platform going to be available? And is it going to have a cost to join?
Come again?
I said, when is this platform going to be available for the dashboard? And is there going to be a cost to join?
No, the platform is actually free because it's kind of a social venture. We are just trying to support entrepreneurs and organizations in the country. Although in the later on we try to expand, but the only expenditure that the individual will pay is that when he is about to withdraw the money, because we are having a system where if you're asking for like $100,000, you will only be able to withdraw that money if the $100,000 is complete, because you write $100,000 for a purpose. Maybe the initiative that you wanted to start is $100 exactly. So you'll be able only to withdraw that amount if the exact amount is withdrawn, and if the amount is not complete due to the dates that you put, every investors will have back their money. So it's just a withdrawal free.
I love it. And you said it's going to be available when?
Right now, we are working on the process. It just remains us. We are integrating the payment system. We have done with the dashboard, all of those other things. We are only integrating the payment system. So like 3 months from now, to give 4 months from now.
All right, you guys heard it right. He said 3 months from now, 4 months from now. So by almost at the end of the year, I'm going to bother him and say, hey, I didn't get my email to be invited. Like, I need my invite so I can share it with everyone, because there's big growth coming from Sierra Leone, and it's not all just in the diamond deals. You have I call him the young man, but he's our elder, building homes in Sierra Leone, where everybody is talking about these homes. They want to grab these homes. You have so many other projects being built in Sierra Leone. For everything that anybody could say wrong, behind the scenes, there's 10 things going right for people. You just may not know about them. Ask the guy who's harvesting pineapples, why he's in Sierra Leone, and that's not even his country, but he's there for a reason, right? And so don't wait, people. Do not wait till everybody has put everything together. Invest now. That was the part of reason why we got our citizenship, so we don't have to be foreigners in our own homeland. Let the people know where they can connect with you. Let them know if they want to invest or if they have a great idea, even the process. I know you have a beautiful website, so let them know how they can make it easy. And you and we can talk anytime. So in 4 months, you want to talk again, you let me know. In 4 hours, you want to talk again, you let me know. I love talking to you.
Okay. For them to connect with us, we have the website, our website, which is Supern Opportunity Plus, which is SULCON, and the Opportunity OPPORTUINITY.org, which is our official website. But my contact is 030 12 80 30. 030 12 80 30, which is my WhatsApp line.
Awesome. Well, you guys have experienced the game. Most of you have never heard from a real living legend and a genius. So now you have. And now I need you to like this wherever you are, maybe write a review, comments. I need you to subscribe. But most importantly, I need you to share this game with somebody. It will change their life. Y'all be blessed.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand, or 10,000 Kenyan shillings, or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.